Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. You have hit the page of Walking the Way with Picasso. And my name is Picasso Roberts. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an empath. I'm a whole bunch of things. But, basically I'm here to give messages. And I might just pull a couple cards today from my own Oracle deck. So I'm going to probably do a little bit of that. But gosh, I just want to thank everybody for taking a moment and, listening in and just being present in this crazy wackadoodle world we have going on. It feels as if everything's starting to smooth out just a little bit. It always gets a little rougher right before the, things let go and calm down. And I'm feeling like, it's at that last little rough spot. But hang in there, everybody. If I can do it, you can do it. And we're just going to take things a moment at a time. So I'm going to do, in my beginning, I always do a couple of little announcements. So I'll do that first. And then we'll get into the callers in just a few seconds here, a few minutes. So again, welcome to Walking the Way. I named this show after a book that I wrote. So if you're interested in reading my book, you can find me on my website, mediumshipbypicasso.com. You can also book a reading with me. My readings are very integrated, so you get something very unique to me. And it's a 90-minute read, so you get a chance to ask questions and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun, and it can be very, very healing, not just for you, but it can be also very healing for spirit. And that's what I'm here for you guys, and I'm also here for spirit. So when you go to my website, you can purchase my book or my oracle cards. They're called I'm No Angel, but I'm Trying. And I pulled a card today. This card, it reads like this for the people that'll be on Moonstruck TV. You'll be able to see that. But it reads, pets. Pets are the friggin' best thing God ever did for us. Squish the pet nearest to you. If you don't have one, think about rescuing one. They will rescue you right back. Looks like my mouth can't even work today. My mouth and my brain are not connected, so you might listen a little extra closely today as I have, I don't know what I call that disconnection between the brain and the mouth, but whatever it is. I used to call them blonde moments, but yeah, I'm not going to call them that anymore. It just might be old stuff. Okay. Okay, so we have a caller waiting. I'm going to get right with you, Miss Sherry. Hold on one second. So yeah, I did a book signing this past weekend, and it was so cold outside, and I was on the front porch of the shop, My Cauldron 2. They were so super nice to me in there, and I stuck it out in the freezing cold. And then I had an experience with a customer who I had to explain to him how it is to actually, to write a book or create an oracle card deck when you're a small business person. I want to remind you, when you go out into the universe and you buy somebody's book, and, especially if they're sitting right in front of you, never, ever tell that person you're charging too much. Because what happens, there's so much that goes into creating a piece of art, creating a book, creating an oracle card deck. It's not just about writing the thing, writing the words down on the pages. It costs a lot of money. And it's a lot of hard work. And it's a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication. So every single dime that I put into it, I want you to know that came, from my money, but it also came from my heart. So please honor that when you're buying somebody's story or, somebody's cards, and especially a small business. Go out there, support small businesses, and especially a woman's business. It's our turn now, and it's nice to support women in business. So that's all I got to say about that. Anyway, so let's get on to Miss Sherry in Fall River, Massachusetts. Hey, Sherry, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I used to stay in Fall River, so I'm very familiar with your area there.
I just moved up here last year, so it's all right up here.
Yeah, it's a little cold in the wintertime. But
Yeah.
anyway, honey, how can I help you?
I'm wondering if there's anything negative around me, somebody or something negative around me.
Spirit-wise, with regards to spirit,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, the spirit.
Sherry, I feel this is connected to people you work. I feel like it's connected to people that you work with.
No, I don't.
What I'm seeing is what Spirit's showing me is like, energy is a funny little thing. It's like if you walk through a crowd and you have, you're charged up and you've got good energy and all of this. For somebody that doesn't realize it, they may try to hook into you and your energy just to give them a little boost. You know what I mean? And I feel like I see it as like energetic tentacles that kind of come out and go, oh, I'm going to plug into Sherry. And I'm going to plug in. And they don't really mean anything by it, Sherry. I mean, look, we all do the best that we can do. But when somebody's got real vibrant or energetic energy, people will tend to try to plug into that, and it can be a little bit draining. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like these tentacles come out and sort of try to attach to you. It felt like it would be connected to a crowd of people, like at a job. Did you just go to an event, or were you in a crowd of do where this would have happened, or do that on a kind of a daily basis?
A kind of a daily basis.
Okay, so what I would recommend for you, Sherry, I'm going to lean into that just a little bit more, but what I would also recommend is to try to, just kind of, what I do is I put like an energetic bubble around me. And, I call on all my peeps. If I think I'm going to be in a crowd of people, and it's really hard for me being an empath. So if you walk through a crowd and you can feel all of that energy and it's a little bit much, then you're most probably an empath. So you want to try to protect yourself before you go into crowds and things. I just put imagine like a golden shield around me or a glass bubble around me. And then I ask all my spirit guides and angels for extra protection. Here's how I word it. I'm going to word it, and then you can go back and listen to the show after it replays, okay? So what I say is, Mother, Father God, please encircle me in your white light of love and divine protection. Allow nothing but positive thoughts and energy to affect or influence me in any way. And I also ask that those with malintent or negative energy don't even see me, or they look the other way. And I ask it to be as above, so below. Okay? So you can go back and listen to the replay of this show and write that down and sort of say that to yourself when you know you're going to be stepping out into some stuff. Now, that's a new area for you, you said?
Yeah. I'm not like I feel like something's off. Like I'm always tired. I don't know. I always just feel so drained, like all the time.
I would imagine, Sherry, that you're dealing with the workings of being an empath. When somebody cries in front of you, do you feel their tears?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if they're super excited, like you kind of feel that energy really fast, really easy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. What I would do is go back through and re-listen to this so you can write down that that little sort of prayer of intent, and just be very mindful when you're stepping into crowds, because energetically speaking, it can be super difficult to deal with. And nobody means any ill will by it. So you're just picking up on everybody's energy is what's happening there. I'm trying to think of a book that could help you. There's a lot of books on being an empath. A lot of people deal with that. And like for me, I can't go to funerals. I have a hard time at weddings. I have a hard time in big crowds because the intensity of the emotion is so strong that my body.
Is that why I'm so emotional all the time?
Yeah, it's the crowds. And if you're feeling what's happening universally on the planet, I would suggest reading, everything, read every single thing you can get on what it is to be an empath and how to handle it and how to ground yourself. One other thing that you can do is just a quick you don't have to do like a long extended meditation, Sherry, but one other thing that you can do is I always envision like these beautiful green vines wrapped around my legs and going down my ankles through the floor into the earth and then wrapping around a beautiful crystal at the center of the earth. Just sort of like, and then you kind of feel that tug that you're tied off to that. And it's kind of a way to sort of ground yourself and keep yourself
coming out of my feet.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Whatever you can do to help, keep yourself grounded so that you're not impacted as much. I would also be mindful of intakes of high caffeine intakes and high alcohol intakes when things are so crazy right now. I would just try to, cleanse it, keep it relatively clean. I say this as I drank a glass of whiskey yesterday. Okay, well, 2 glasses, but,
I try to have a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, well, I would slow down on the caffeine, my love, and you don't have to go cold turkey. Just slow your roll a little bit with that, okay?
Okay.
And I think that will help you. But again, listen to this playback, re-listen to the show, and then write down that prayer of intention. And I think that will help you tremendously.
Okay. Thank
and
you.
then you can always shoot me an email or catch me on Facebook. Go to Mediumship by Picasso on Facebook. Or reach out to me on my website. And then I can, hopefully I can help you, guide you a little bit further if you need to, okay?
I will. Thank you.
All right, honey, you have a blessed day and just hang in there, okay?
You too. Thank you.
All right, bye now. Okay. Whew, that goes for everybody. If you realize that you're an empath, please, do the best that you can to try to balance or protect yourself from an overabundance of energy. I think where things are going to be super, super emotional. I'm not telling everybody don't ever go to funerals or don't ever go to weddings. I'm just saying, really ground yourself and understand what it means to be an empath. It can be really, really intense, and it can actually affect your body physically. So learn everything that you can learn. I'll try to get some book titles for the next show so that I have some information to get out. Or, catch me on my Facebook page, and I'm happy to help you there. All right, so we're going to go on to the next caller, Desiree in San Antonio, Texas. Hey, Desiree, what's shaking?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for calling me.
Yeah. So how can I help you today? What can I do for you?
Okay. So I just need to know if I am on the right track in my life, and as I have a son who is a little troubled. He's a teenager, and I need to just have a little guidance with him, or receive some type of guidance.
Okay. So let me lean into that a little bit. If I get quiet, just hang in there with me, okay? And I know that it's a short show, but I'm going to do my best for you. All right. May I have, please, the first name of your son?
Brian, Bryan, Brian.
Okay. All right. So hang in there with me for a second, okay?
Yes, take your time.
Okay. So he's not super open, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to kind of tune in for you. But I'm looking at the relationship between you and he. And as I'm leaning in, he's a teenager. Is he 15?
He just turned 16 in February 17th.
Okay. So what I'm feeling like is, of course, every teenager, everybody's going through when you're a teenager, you are dealing with the hormones that are going on. And, nowadays being a teenager is very, very different. Look, I don't have children, but I have a lot of clients that do have children and they're dealing with things, kind of like what you're going through. What I'm hearing is the utmost important thing right now, Spirit is telling me, is communication.
Okay.
That does not mean, I've got to be best friends with my son. Obviously, you want, you got to play the mother role, and structure is good, but there has to be communication. And what I'm seeing is there's a shut door. They're showing me a shut door, and it's like you're trying to knock on his door, and he doesn't want to answer. It's like, leave me alone. And and I'm feeling like a real tension in my stomach. So I'm not sure if that's yours or if that's his, but I feel like there's some gut issues or some anxiety issues that I'm feeling. Is that you or is that him? I feel like that's him.
I don't know. I don't know. It could be him because he's in juvenile right now. But as for me, I mean, I've been having a pain in my stomach, and I just feel so nervous. Like I don't know what to do with him. If I should, let him go and stay with his aunt and uncle who has better structure, and they have no children, so he'd be like the only one. Or if he should come back to me, I just don't want any of, that he has a lot of enemies. I don't want them coming and looking for him and, doing something bad again. We've been in 3 drive-bys, so,
I'm hearing, okay, so Desiree, first and foremost, I am so sorry that you are going through that. That's just awful. And I'm so sorry that you're going through that. What I'm hearing when you talked about him making an address change, saying with his aunt and uncle, and especially for safety's sake, I feel like Spirit's telling me, that it's like an address change would be good. An address change would be good. And that level, I feel like he needs that male role model to teach him how to play the role of man in this world. You know what I mean? And that's not something that, I mean, as a mom, you want to give them everything, right? But it's really, really difficult, and especially, that whole. I feel very shaky. Like I feel like I'm feeling your nerves. I'm feeling your anxiety and your nerves and your shakiness.
I am kind of shaky right now.
Yeah. So, what I would do if it were me, I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I'm hearing, and I can tell you what I would maybe think about doing if it were me and I had an opportunity for my son to have, a safer spot. I would allow that if it were me.
Okay.
But it has to be okay inside.
Yeah, I just don't know if he's gonna agree to it, and I don't want to hurt him, but in the end, it will be only saving him and others. We've relocated about three different times, and I think they found this um um community that I live in, that or subdivision that I live in, but they don't know what house it is exactly, and so I'm just trying. When he gets out of juvenile, I just want to make the best decision, because you can never get like that, But I mean, if I could save time and just put him in the right hands where nobody knows where he is, and then he could finish out his 2 years before he turns 18 with, his uncle, who's a great role model, I think I'd be making the best decision. I just don't know how to bring it to his attention.
So it's kind of goes back to
I'm abandoning him.
Yeah, so let me just lean into that a little bit, but I want to tell you it goes back to the beginning of what Spirit said in the beginning, communication. So this means when, how much time before he gets out?
March 25th at the latest.
Okay.
That's the court date.
Okay. So you need to have a sit down with him, and, and let me see what Spirit says about that. Hang on a second, okay, Desiree?
Thank you. Take your time. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, Desiree, does he have a grandfather on the other side?
My dad passed away. Is that what you mean? Like somebody who passed away on the other side?
Yeah, so your dad's passed away, his grandfather.
He never got to meet him though. But I mean, yes. But I was very close to my father.
Yeah, that's okay. So, so what I'm hearing as I'm trying to lean into that is, I feel like what Spirit's saying, it's a role model rescue, and I'm feeling the grandfather on the other side that's trying to help manipulate and guide him into the right situation. So this is really super important. This is an intuitive thing that you're trying to do, and I would lean into that, and I would follow that intuition as to the best of your ability. And if
That's what I said. I allow them to communicate with you right now. I ask them that they communicate with you, because I just always ask for my spirit guides and the archangels and God to just guide me. But if I could hear it from, you or, a psychic of some sort, I know I have good intuition, but I know that y'all believe more in y'all's intuition stronger than I do. I would take it to the best of my ability for you to guide me.
You can take that and
as well. I'll meditate.
Yeah, and know that your dad is trying to help from the other side as well. I don't know what your relationship was with him, but oh my goodness, my dear, you are shaking. My hands are shaking. So yeah. So what I want you to do with me right now, if you could just do this for just a moment, I want you to just take a nice deep breath in. Desiree, breathe in, nice deep breath.
Okay.
And do it again. And then just do it one more time, my love, okay? One more time.
Okay.
Okay? You need to focus on healing yourself and trust the intuition that Spirit's guiding you with your son, because it feels like you're right on the money. With him in the presence of a really good role model with regards to a male role model for his male teenage years, that will be magical. And in the long run, he will be very, very grateful. He might have put up a little bit of a fight right now, but in the long run, if he can step into that situation, I feel like there's gratitude there. You're saving his life. Do you understand? Now, doing that and saying all of that, now you need to focus back on you. All right? And now you have to focus on healing the wounds that you have inside. That stuff that's burning in your gut, that anxiety, yeah, and I can hear, and my nose is running, and Spirit always makes my nose run when they're working with me. So I know that they're really with you on this. You've got to heal the anxiety situation so that it doesn't take over what's happening, and so that you can make decisions with clarity and with ease. You get yourself self-healed from the wounds, those recent wounds, and I know you know the ones I'm talking about because it'll be the first ones that pop right up, right? Focus on those, healing those wounds, and everything will fall right into place. Do you understand? Okay. All right, we might have lost Desiree there on that call, and that's okay. I just want, I want to make sure, we only have about 90 seconds. I want to make sure that you guys know that, yeah, okay. I want you to be at peace with all of the anxieties that are happening to us with our family, with the anger and or upheaval or violence that might be happening in your neighborhood. Find somewhere in your body where you can feel some peace. I want you to try to let go of those things that you cannot control and just be at peace and trust that God's got your back, Spirit's got your back. They will help you. I want you to help yourself stand in faith that everything's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. All right? I'll leave you with that. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Come and see me at mediumshipbypicasso.com and or Mediumship by Picasso on my Facebook page. I'm sending you guys out as much love as I can possibly do. My heart goes out to you.